Imagine that one day you check the price of Bitcoin and you find to your surprise that it is well over $1 million. What would you do? If you're a Bitcoiner, first of all, you'd celebrate, of course, and then you'd probably go out and buy yourself something nice. Although if you're a real Bitcoiner, you're a low time preference guy and you'd stack harder. On the other hand, if you're a non-Bitcoiner, you would be sorry that you didn't listen to your Bitcoiner friend's advice and bought some sats while they were still cheap. And now you rush out and in the grips of FOMO, you'd go out and buy some Bitcoin at over $1 million. But this video is not about what you would do, but rather what the government and the banksters would do, and what would you do in response to that. You see, at over $1 million, the market cap for Bitcoin would be greater than that of gold, and that has some implications. On the other hand, you could look at it in a different way, under a different light, and it's not that the price of Bitcoin shot up, it's that the dollar is collapsing, and in fact, a $1 million Bitcoin would imply that the fiat money system that we know of has collapsed. And that means a crack-up boom. That means hyperinflation Venezuelan style. And you can be sure that in such a scenario, the governments would do something about that. And the governments and the banks would do something about that to control the capital flight that would occur as people realize that fiat money is worthless, that it's not backed by anything, that what Henry Ford said once about that if people knew what really backed up the money system that they know of and how the monetary system worked, that there would be a revolution overnight. So people would flee and try to protect their wealth somehow. So the governments and the banksters will try to close off all on and off ramps into Bitcoin and crypto in general. And how will they do it? Well, bail-ins. You remember in I think it was in Cyprus that during the 2013 crisis, banks did bail-in. They do that all the time in Argentina. It's called the corralito financiero. You can look that up. They could also confiscate crypto that people have in exchanges. They will try to close all on and off ramps of crypto, not to mention that some big, large corporations like BlackRock are trying to buy Bitcoin like there's no tomorrow, and the amount of Bitcoin in exchanges is dwindling faster than ever before. And I doubt that in such a scenario, there will be any Bitcoin left in exchanges. So how are people to protect their wealth? You see, the governments, they have all these types of regulations, KYC, anti-money laundering laws, and all that stuff that are supposed to protect society from terrorism, drug dealers, corrupt politicians trying to flee with money. But that's not what they do, really. They were created for such an event, when people try to flee from the monetary system and protect their wealth into something like Bitcoin. And that's why these laws were put in place. In the name of preventing financial terrorism or any of that stuff, any of those subterfuges, what they're trying to do is just prevent you, normal people like you and me, to transact with their crypto and their Bitcoin. So what can we do? Well, the answer lies in trying to use Web3 technologies, Web3 platforms that are decentralized, non-KYC, non-custodial, and Hamza is such a platform. You see, Hamza allows you to buy and sell digital goods and physical goods in a way that's peer-to-peer, that does not require KYC, and where anybody can join, can open a store on Hamza. Right now we have very low fees, 0%, and when we issue our DCOM token, what you see, Hamza is created as a DAO. That means a decentralized autonomous organization. And when we issue our DCOM token, the DCOM token holders will decide what the fees for the marketplace are. And the DCOM token holders is the general community of buyers and sellers on the platform. So that will be a very effective way for you to acquire Bitcoin and for you to exchange your Bitcoin for real world goods and services. It goes without saying that Hamza is a crypto marketplace. You only pay in crypto. And starting June 10th, you can pay in Bitcoin, and you could also receive Bitcoin if you're a seller. Right now, we're a small platform, still on beta, but we want to grow and we do need your help. So feel free to visit hamza.market and join our Telegram communities, user communities. The links are in the description of this video. And you won't regret supporting us, because in the near future, the Hamza Life Raft could be of immense help in helping you navigate through these troubled waters of the transition between the fiat era and the Bitcoin era.